Have you ever met someone and thought, there's no way they're that age? They look younger, and there's this calm, confident energy about them that makes you stop and think, let's explore what it really means when someone appears younger than their age. It's not just about great genes or having a solid skincare routine. That plays a part, yes, but it goes much deeper. I believe it reveals something about the way they live, the way they think, and how they carry their experiences. Looking younger often means a person hasn't let the world make them hard. They choose curiosity instead of becoming bitter, wonder instead of becoming tired. People who age well emotionally, something that often reflects physically, are usually those who don't let life steal their happiness. They've been through tough times, sure, but they don't allow that pain to shape who they are. When people hold on to anger, resentment, and stress like a shield, it wears them out. You can see it in their posture, their tone, their expressions. But people who look younger usually carry something else within them: peace, forgiveness, and a calm outlook. They don't act like everything's always perfect, but they've gone through challenges and learned how to move forward without bitterness. They've become skilled at letting go of what doesn't serve them. They often stay connected to themselves, to others, and to what gives their life meaning. Purpose doesn't age. It gives us life. When we stay close to purpose, we walk with focus. We laugh more freely, we give more openly, and we feel more alive. And that energy draws people in. Often, when someone looks younger than expected, people assume it's because of genetics or healthy living. While those things help, there's something even more powerful happening: emotional strength. The way we handle life, stress, and past experiences deeply affects how we appear. Our emotional life doesn't just shape how we feel, it changes how we look. People who appear youthful are often those who've learned to let go. They don't keep holding on to anger or regret. When we cling to pain, frustration, or old wounds, we carry an emotional burden, and it shows. It appears in how we carry ourselves, in the lines on our face, and even in how we move through our day. Ongoing emotional stress speeds up aging. It takes a toll on our body, makes us impatient, and often leads to problems like trouble sleeping, constant tiredness, or even getting sick more often. But emotional strength works like protection. It doesn't mean you don't feel life's struggles. It means you've found ways to face them without letting them change your core. Emotionally strong people don't ignore pain, but they don't let it take over either. They feel it, learn from it, and keep going. They choose to grow instead of staying stuck, and that decision shows on their faces. It softens how they interact, makes them feel steady and calm, and creates a sense of warmth. And all of that is linked with youthfulness. There's something peaceful about people who've done the work to understand themselves. Their calm isn't because their life was simple, it's because they've accepted their story. That emotional calm affects the body in many ways. Better sleep, a stronger immune system, healthier skin, and more relaxed muscles. When we're not always stuck in fight or flight mode, the body has the chance to repair, recover, and thrive. That natural balance is what creates a glow that can't be faked. You might meet someone who has faced painful situations, yet they shine with life. They don't seem older than they are. In fact, they often seem younger. It's not because they skipped life struggles, but because they learned how to grow from them. They know what to take in and what to leave behind. They protect their inner calm. This kind of emotional power isn't loud, it's quiet, steady, and deeply rooted. Over time, that quiet strength becomes visible. It becomes a sort of lightness that doesn't match their age. So when you see someone who looks younger than they should, take a moment to think about what they've likely learned on the inside. Chances are, they've figured out how to release what holds them back. They've realized that real power comes from balance, and they've made a quiet, steady decision to not let the hard parts of life change their heart. That choice becomes a kind of beauty, a secret to staying timeless. There's a special energy that follows people who stay close to their purpose. It's not something you can measure, but you can feel it. They move with a clear focus, speak with care, and live with a steady kind of drive that doesn't wear them out. It gives them strength. These are often the people who seem to escape aging. They look younger, they carry themselves lightly, and their presence feels fresh and even ageless. Purpose is powerful, and people wake up every day with something meaningful, whether it's a job, a goal, their family, a creative dream, or just personal growth. They walk with direction. That direction brings energy, it gives them structure and emotional stability. Without purpose, life can feel empty. Over time, that drains both the heart and the body. But when life has meaning, people tend to feel more alive. That sense of life over the years can actually help them stay looking and feeling young. Human connection plays a big part too. We are built to connect with others, to be seen, heard, and supported. People who stay close with their families, their friends, mentors, or their communities tend to age better, both in their minds and in their bodies. Loneliness and feeling emotionally cut off are some of the biggest causes of faster aging. But people who feel a strong bond with others show more balance, kindness, and strength. These traits help soften life's harder moments. Looking younger isn't just about eating the right foods or staying out of the sun. Often, it's because the person has a reason to wake up with excitement each morning. They feel aligned with who they are. They know what matters most to them. That kind of clarity takes years off, physically and emotionally. It keeps them from becoming bitter or too serious, which are major reasons why some people seem older than they are. And when you're connected to purpose, you're also connected to your values. People who live by what they believe in and act with honesty and courage often have less internal struggle. That sense of alignment eases stress, brings inner peace, and helps them stand firm in their choices. Peace, not perfection, is the real secret behind lasting youthful energy. Purpose and connection also bring joy, and joy is one of the most overlooked forms of healing. When someone laughs often, loves deeply, and fills their life with meaningful moments, that joy shines through in their eyes, their smile, and the way they carry themselves. They don't just seem young, they feel young. And that feeling shows. So if you ever see someone glowing with you, think about this. It's probably not just what they're doing with their body. It's who they're becoming in their heart. Purpose and connection shape us in ways we can't always see, but everyone around us can feel it. There's something timeless about people who live with joy and curiosity. They have a kind of light, playful energy that makes them feel younger than they are. While some people grow older and become bitter, rigid, or tired, these individuals stay open, flexible, and full of life. They don't look younger because they've skipped life's difficulties. They look younger because they've chosen to keep their hearts open and their minds curious. That decision to stay playful and joyful acts like protection against the emotional wear and tear that makes people feel older. Curiosity keeps the mind fresh. When we stop asking questions, stop trying new things, and stop learning, our minds start to slow down. Just like a muscle, the brain needs regular use to stay strong. People who stay curious about the world, who keep exploring and understanding, tend to keep a certain sharpness in their thinking. They don't act like their age usually suggests. They remain mentally young, and that shows up in how they speak, move, and live. Joy works in much the same way. Joy isn't just about being happy all the time. It's a choice to focus on the good even during tough times. It's about laughing when you can, smiling more than frowning, and noticing beauty even when things are hard. Joy doesn't mean life is perfect. It means you don't let the hard parts of life steal your sense of wonder. People who live with joy age differently. They laugh more, and laughter truly is healing. Is being clearly linked by science to lower stress, a stronger immune system, and even better heart health. It actually reduces the load both emotionally and physically. Another strong quality of those who hold on to a youthful vibe is playfulness. Adults often forget how to enjoy themselves. We start treating everything too seriously, our careers, our relationships, even how we see ourselves. We stop dancing around the kitchen, stop singing out loud, and stop trying new things just for fun. But people who let themselves play, even in small ways, keep their spirits alive. Play reminds us that life doesn't always have to be serious. It reconnects us to a sense of freedom, and that freedom often shows up as vibrant energy. Choosing happiness and curiosity also changes how we deal with others. It helps us become more open, kind, and giving. When you decide to see life with wonder, you take that energy with you into every room. You become a light, and light not only brightens others, it also brightens you. People who seem younger than they are usually aren't trying to hold on to youth. They're fully living. They've chosen to live with excitement, with thankfulness, with an open heart, and that choice helps them stay mentally, emotionally, and physically light. So when someone looks more youthful than people expect, it's likely because they haven't let life dim their fire. They remain curious about the world, enjoy small pleasures, and carry joy with them. That is the real nature of a youthful heart. There's a quiet kind of power in someone who has taken care of their soul. It's not loud, but you feel it as soon as they walk into a space. These are the people who appear younger, not because they're running after youth, but because they've found peace. They've done the deep personal work. They've healed parts of themselves that others often ignore. They've made the choice to grow and not just get older, and it shows in their face, their energy, and how they move through life. The soul ages in a different way than the body. While the body changes with time, genes, and surroundings, the soul changes based on the choices we make, especially the choice to live in truth. People who seem younger than their years are often the ones who chose self-awareness over self-neglect. They've taken time to ask hard questions, like, who am I becoming? What should I release? What am I still holding on to that no longer helps me? These kinds of questions lead them toward healing, and healing makes the emotional burden feel lighter. We've all seen the effects when someone ignores their inner life. They carry pain from the past into every talk, and they react from hurt rather than wisdom. With time, that emotional weight starts to show. You can see it in the tension of their voice, the strain in their eyes, the harshness in their tone. It doesn't just affect them emotionally, it wears on their physical health too. Ongoing stress, bitterness, and unsolved grief speed up aging. They shorten breath, weaken the body's defenses, and drain a person's inner spark. But those who take care of their soul tend to move through life in a calmer, healthier rhythm. They know how to set boundaries. They forgive not because it's simple, but because they've learned that holding on to resentment is too heavy a load. They take time to be quiet. They reflect, they learn, and they treat themselves with kindness. That kindness spreads into their outer world too. They become more gentle, not weaker. They grow tougher, but not cold. They become more grounded, more aware, and more fully present in the moment. Caring for the soul also means choosing to live with purpose. It means spending time with people who lift you up, doing work that matches your values, and making space for what truly matters, whether that's love, art, faith, or giving back. People who live with this kind of soul-driven intention give off a calmness that feels real. That calm presence pulls people in and restores them from the inside. When someone appears younger than their age, it's often because they've picked peace instead of constant stress, growth instead of blame, and truth instead of trying to please everyone. They've chosen to care about their inner world in a society that mainly praises how we look on the outside. And by doing that, they've found something rare and meaningful, a kind of youth that no product can offer and no ticking clock can take away. So while many chase surface-level solutions, the ones who really shine are those who have turned inward. They've taken the time to care for their soul, and in doing so, they glow from the inside out.